Welcome to Deep Quotes. In this video, we explore the depth of Carl Jung's thoughts on the unconscious mind, shadow, and the journey toward wholeness. His words help us understand not only who we are, but who we are afraid to become. Whenever we give up, leave behind, and forget too much, there is always the danger that the things we have neglected will return with added force. If there is anything that we wish to change in the child, we should first examine it and see whether it is not something that could better be changed in ourselves. The more veiled becomes the outside world, steadily losing in color, tone, and passions, the more urgently the inner world calls us. We all must do what Christ did. We must make our experiment. We must make mistakes. We must live out our own version of life. And there will be error. If you avoid error, you do not live. Children are educated by what the grown-up is and not by his talk. People cannot stand too much reality. Whenever you hear anyone talking about a cultural or even about a human problem, you should never forget to inquire who the speaker really is. The more general the problem, the more the person will smuggle his or her own personal psychology into the account he or she gives of it. Only the wounded physician heals. The only thing we have to fear on this planet is man. It is a fact that cannot be denied. The wickedness of others becomes our own wickedness because it kindles something evil in our own hearts. Every psychic advance of man arises from the suffering of the soul. Too much of the animal disfigures the civilized human being. Too much culture makes a sick animal. Life calls us forth to independence, and anyone who does not heed this call because of childish laziness or timidity is threatened with neurosis. And once this is broken out, it becomes an increasingly valid reason for running away from life. True art is creation, and creation is beyond all theories. That is why I say to any beginner, learn your theories as well as you can, but put them aside when you touch the miracle of the living soul. Not theories, but your own creative individuality alone must decide. We should not pretend to understand the world only by the intellect. The judgment of the intellect is only part of the truth. I shall not commit the fashionable stupidity of regarding everything I cannot explain as a fraud. Only a fool is interested in other people's guilt, since he cannot alter it. The wise man learns only from his own guilt. He will ask himself, who am I that all this should happen to me? To find the answer to this fateful question, he will look into his own heart. Never do human beings speculate more or have more opinions than about things which they do not understand. We know that the wildest and most moving dramas are played not in the theater, but in the hearts of ordinary men and women. Man cannot stand a meaningless life. The greater the tension, the greater is the potential. It all depends on how we look at things, and not how they are in themselves. At present, we educate people only up to the point where they can earn a living and marry. Then education ceases altogether, as though a complete mental outfit had been acquired. Vast numbers of men and women thus spend their entire lives in complete ignorance of the most important things. The more uncertain I have felt about myself, the more there has grown up in me a feeling of kinship with all things. There is no such thing as a pure extrovert or a pure introvert. Such a man would be in the lunatic asylum. Mind and matter are two different aspects of one and the same thing. The decisive question for man is he related to something infinite or not? That is the telling question of his life. I live in my deepest hell, and from there I cannot fall any further. It is often tragic to see how blatantly a man bungles his own life and the lives of others, yet remains totally incapable of seeing how much the whole tragedy originates in himself, and how he continually feeds it and keeps it going. Nature seemed to me full of wonders, and I wanted to steep myself in them. Every stone, every plant, every single thing seemed alive and indescribably marvelous. I immersed myself in nature, crawled, as it were, into the very essence of nature, and away from the whole human world. There can be no transforming of darkness into light, and of apathy into movement without emotion. Anyone who attempts to do both, to adjust to his group and at the same time pursue his individual goal, becomes neurotic. The creation of something new is not accomplished by the intellect, but by the play instinct acting from inner necessity. The creative mind plays with the objects it loves. That which you do not bring to consciousness comes to you as your fate. That which you do bring to consciousness, whether it was what you thought you wanted or not, is your destiny. Whatever is rejected from the self appears in the world as an event. You must go in quest of yourself, and you will find yourself again only in the simple and forgotten things. When one is not understood, one should, as a rule, lower one's voice, because when one really speaks loudly enough and is not heard, it is because people do not want to hear. One had better begin to mutter to oneself. Then they get curious. Most channels on the internet make up quotes and attribute them to the wrong people, and that honestly annoys us. Here on Deep Quotes, we do the opposite. We carefully share only real quotes, so you can trust what you hear. No fake words, no wrong names. Our content is organized into different series, from scientists and philosophers to business titans, and much more. We also create multi-part series focused on one individual, like Einstein, Leo Tolstoy, and many others. You can find links to all our series in the description. And don't forget to subscribe. Your support motivates us to create more meaningful videos for you. Thank you for watching Deep Quotes. See you in the next part.